Well, when Jerry called, she didn't answer because we tried before.
Yes.
And he came back and told us that the ringer was off.
Yeah, we're not using that phone because, like I told you before, of all the stalkers and people trying to get money out.
I mean, I can understand that.
Yeah, and I gave you the other number to contact, right?
Yeah, and I don't know that.
And I didn't have a phone with me in the car, while in the police car, so.
Yeah, and I don't know that I have that number to tell the truth.
Okay. I thought I gave it to you when you guys, at one point.
Did I put it in my phone?
Yeah, I think you put it in your phone. I'm not sure I watched you put it in your phone.
Because that's why he had to go, but he said, well, we're going to have to get into the house, so, and then he came back and said.
He didn't have to go in the house.
He said the ringer
See, that
was
so
off.
infuriates me, man. My mom was in there sleeping. This guy's like hovering over with a flashlight looking at my, what I'm saying? It's just being in the car, I couldn't see it, but like, I know she was in there sleeping, what I'm saying? So he had to be in there snooping around, he might have bugged my house, anything, you know what I'm saying? She come over here with all this frivolous stuff is just really annoying. And all it is they're trying to push me over the edge. They're just underestimating my integrity, just to say that, to withstand what they're doing, you know what I'm saying?
I'm concerned because, like I said, the wrong set of officers. You see, they're hiring these little 4'2" police officers.
Idiots. They'll never outthink me.
I know, but I mean, here's the thing: they're hiring these 4'2" police officers, okay, and so they're quick on the trigger. I'm telling you, because they can't defend themselves. I mean, they can't not hire them because of rules and hiring rules have been modified. I mean, I was on the grand jury, right?
Oh, really? For the federal grand jury?
Well, the county of Los Angeles.
Oh, really? Oh, right on.
Anyway,
oh, cool.
Went into a couple of prisons and things like that. But, that was one part of the report is that it's a problem because now with these little short policemen, they're going to have a guy assigned to them, And I'm just looking at expenses.
That is so weird.
I'm looking at expenses, okay, because we were looking at, how money's being spent by all of these county supervisors in the police department. And anyway,
I feel what you're saying, though.
All we can,
that's what I was telling this guy,
just
man.
Objectively, now what can be done about it through ACLU?
You got to stand up, just like I did, man, because those guys, I was like, what did you accomplish? You guys spent an hour over here. There's people out there being killed, raped, and mugged. You're over here, playing games, trying to create willful oversight. You know what I mean?
I got to tell you this before I forget. There is another complaint. I've got a call from another police officer that I talked to quite a bit. A lead officer in this area. The day after. Now I don't know what that's going to lead to, what it's about. Was this referred to her? We're going to have further discussion about it. But what I'm trying to do, two things. The complaint was we don't get the residents. We feel we never see the Inglewood Police Department. And when we see LA, they're going 30 miles an hour plus. So my concern is for you, Anita, as policemen. I mean, if we're able to, we're not going to be able to do it because there just isn't enough crime in this area for them to increase the control. That's the whole
We take
meeting.
pretty good care of ourselves. We don't really have to do a lot because it's kind of really quiet on this block. From block to block you get your intense violence, but for the most part, for the 60 years I've been here, you know what I'm saying? And it's always been a lot of kids on this block too, so that's kind of a phenomenon too to avoid.
There's a downside to that too, right?
Of course, yeah.
People are shedding no next
Same
generation.
here. That's why I hardly ever come outside. You never know when the cops are going to come out and try to waste my time.
And I'm trying to entice people to come out.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way you're going to know what's going on in the neighborhood. If you give the front yard and the street away, somebody will take it.
Yeah. I was just telling Juanita, I was thinking about mounting cameras on top of my house, right? Where people could log on to my web page, log on to my cameras and surveil all,
I'm sure you'll be one of their favorites.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can,
So you
watch,
can see what's
yeah, you
going
can, yeah.
on.
If you see,
Yeah.
you can log on to my, hit my email up or whatever, or go to my website, log on to my cameras. If you're a neighbor, you give you a password or whatever.
Well, bringing this neighborhood to the next level of technology would be helpful.
Yeah, I'm all on it.
But anyway, I don't know what's going to come of
So
that.
what was the complaint?
But,
About the, okay, I thought it was about me personally, but this is about the community. Let's go faster.
I don't know what that conversation is going to be about. First of all, I got the call at 7:30 the next day. What day was that?
I think that was a Thursday night because I had a gig the next day. So.
And, I don't even calls at 7:30 in the morning. Yeah, shit, I'm retired.
Yeah. I was just upset. What are they going over there bothering him for? You got my ID, you know what I'm saying? He's got no excuse. That's why I'm lodging a. First, I'm going to try to get a restraining order tomorrow to keep them from proving my factual innocence with all this stuff, because that's all they do is like, okay, nobody's going to take your word over ours. We're cops. We got the social privilege.
I want to see Bill's work. I was watching him earlier while he was doing it. Yeah, well, no, I can see it from here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks good.
Well, I don't know what that conversation is going to be about, whether it was referred to the lead officer in this area to see if something could be done, or blah, blah, blah. What is that? I don't know. Anyway, we meet once a month anyway with the community. I have basically emailed the chief, city council, about anything. And these are people all the way from
more than merrier.
Carlton Square.
You should hook up with me, man. I know.
And once a month, and we document it, forward it, and everything from suspected drug sales people and ice cream trucks to break-ins, Home Depot and all that stuff, and what are they doing about it? And I get stuff back from them. The mayor and the council's looking at this, and police department's looking at that, and so they're responding to citizens. I'm walking a fine line,
Well, my whole thing with